Hello, welcome to the pre-stream. Oh, hello. Hey, Damian Lashy, nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Uh, I have the memory of a goldfish, so I'm sorry if you're actually turtle. Just let me. No, sorry. Give me 1 second. Let me just double check something before I put my foot in my mouth. Yes. Hey, Damien, welcome back. That's what I meant to say. Absolutely. I definitely didn't mean to say nice to see you. I'm sorry, I just got used to seeing you as King of Ducks in the Discord. Yeah, okay, a small update. There is a 5 second delay in stream, which is great. That's on the low side. I don't think I think the absolute low is 3 seconds. 5 seconds is pretty good. That's good. Wonderful. So yeah, I'm waiting for Bomber right now. He's not here, which is kind of unfortunate, but I know he's awake, so that shouldn't be too much of a delay, hopefully. Uh, hmm. I mean, I guess I don't mind you. I don't mind showing you this while I have a moment. So over here in the drawing software, uh, you can see that I've been basically just Bomber's getting a new look, and oh, hey Bomber, I didn't see you there.
Hi.
Hi. I was just showing off to Damien that you're gonna get a slightly different look,
Yes.
and I will move this away before I accidentally open any of the other random tabs I have here. Good, good. None of that. Okay, and we're good. File new. Oh, I'm so excited for today's stream. It's like we left in such a big suspenseful moment. Okay, like, do you want to recap while we have time? We have like about 2 minutes left before. I forgot to put out the ping.
Finish trial number 5.
I'm a,
Things are a little funny because we saw two different outcomes in which they were both declared correct.
which means they were both wrong. Ideally, give me 1 second. I forgot to put out the ping.
I'm putting out the ping myself. Could
You
I gotta
can't.
get the well, yeah, I need the give me the link.
There you go.
There's the link.
The link's also in stream uploads. I usually post it like at least a few hours in advance.
Okay, here we go.
I
There's
just I
that.
just named it. It's time our hero is in the trash. Our hero in trash. God. I'm so excited. Do you want a small recap, Damien, about what happened so far? I mean, super simple, like a few stories, a few sentences. I'm not going to tell you every story.
Hamburger.
Oh my god. He actually did it. He just popped in just to say hamburger. He's running on the jokes.
Yeah,
That's what's happening. He's been going on about hamburgers quite a no, wait, that's a new one. Yeah, he's been
at this
going.
point, I think they do it specifically to mess with you.
No, that's a new one. He used to keep going on about cheeseburgers, and now he switched to hamburgers. I'm glad he's having some variation. Variety is the spice of life. And speaking of spices of life, when you have 15 students together in a murder kill school, well, actually 16, because Mukura Ikusaba, the 16th student, they called them the ultimate despair. Watch out for them. It's also around, and no one knew about it. So when you got 15 students in a murder school, you just can't help but having a little bit of a happy, fun, stabby time. Uh, and after a lot of that, we finally come to the point where our hero has ended up being accused of murder. And now he is in the trash where he belongs.
Ooh.
Hey Ninja Bot, welcome to the stream. Okay, did you Did you start? You started stream. Okay, let me click the button.
Hold on. I'm looking at something really fast. Hidaka, creator of Danganronpa and, of course, the Master Detective Archives Raincode, is
Yeah.
announcing another game he's gonna try out.
Really? What kind of game?
Limit X Despair.
L- I mean, this guy seems to have a lot of despair going on with Danganronpa, Danganronpa 2, Danganronpa 3, Danganronpa, the other thing.
Let's see how
Bear,
things go.
Bear, I see you in chat. Did you literally just pop in just to say hamburger just because you got a new word in your vocabulary? You know what? Thank you, Bear. Thank you for the hamburger. Well, no.
Garbage.
Okay. Yep, we're here in the trash. We were sentenced to get murdered, and we decided, you know what? I don't want to die, and so we ended up in the trash instead. You know, they're like, you either go into the dustbin and get deleted, like permanently deleted. Oh, what am I saying? You either control shift delete or you shift or just control delete.
Let's talk to Kyoko.
Let's start to Kyoko. I'm going insane, and we've not even
But,
started.
but Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So,
To pay a debt, or no, to atone.
Atone.
you.
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything.
So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I didn't even help you, for you see, I knew that you knew that I knew.
Okay?
I.
I abandoned you.
Don't say that. You didn't abandon me.
No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were lying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However,
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason I had to survive, no matter the cost.
Well, why did you have to do that?
it's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. Going to look away. The reason I had to survive
In other words,
is so that I can do what I came to the school to do. Study? Graduate?
What?
I made up my mind to come to Host Peak Academy for one very important reason.
Yes. So, what's the reason you came to Hope's Peak?
indeed.
That's right. At least I did once.
Can you get out with it?
No! It's called suspense! You build it up by saying the same thing 5 times over. Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was.
Okay, you forgot.
Because you see,
I think we brought that up.
amnesia adds a suspense, don't you see, Makoto? You're interrupting my stage play, my stagecraft here.
No memory. That's impossible. Amnesia. So, if that really was true, you lost your memory.
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as we arrived in this school?
The first thing, you're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too. And when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem.
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was.
What would make you forget all that?
Hey,
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient.
So you're saying you think you lost your memory because...
indeed.
I don't think, I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. They ripped it from my brain, Makoto. They injected me with serum.
Why
Memory
would they do that?
serum. That's only the only reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans.
So the mastermind just stole them from you.
However,
Yes, and it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. That's why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself, Makoto, because I need them. I need them back, Makoto.
But if what you said is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there was always the chance that the mastermind was actually one of us.
What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It was just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it. Right?
The mastermind is one of us. If she believed that, then of course she wouldn't want to trust anyone around her. In that case, it only makes sense that she would look into the missing memory by herself.
However,
That being said, there was an element to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me, Makoto.
Why me?
Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but
I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything.
Oh, you remember when we were hazy and we got this, like, flash of this dialogue?
The goal isn't to get out of here.
yep.
It's to stay here.
It's like that dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
listen.
Aren't you okay?
Yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know. I'm just not used to relying on other people.
correct.
NinjaBot says how to make someone forget in 2 steps. Step 1, bonk! Step 2, profit. You're forgetting step 3. Step 3, a little bit of the go-go juice. The go-go juice, it makes the memories go far, really far. Also, by the way, anyone, if you guys have any art suggestions, like for what I'm supposed to be drawing right now, because I'm just going off of, like, the empty cavity inside my head where my brain should be.
Basically, we have one more, like,
Yes,
art
so
in
basically,
between.
until we see Makuro Ikasaba, the 16th student, they call them the ultimate despair, watch out. Until we see them, basically I'm just drawing whatever comes to my head. So if you guys have any Danganronpa art ideas, just let me know and I'll try drawing something. Till then,
Yeah, just suggest some stuff.
yeah, them in the dumpster.
Dumpster.
Fair enough.
Did you
That-
read this?
Oh, sorry. I thought I didn't. I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced.
Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. Okay, I guess we'll talk to you again.
Just
So you have-
just speak it, woman. Speak it your truth. Open your mouth and give us the answers. Don't make us talk to you 10 times over.
No.
You're the one in the hurry here, not us. We'll just solve the debt.
You said that you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So how'd it turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability.
You mentioned your ability.
My ability. What everyone should know me for. I'm the ultimate detective. That's what I kind of figured out from the start is kind of the most obvious.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. You've been investigating every body with strangely creepy detail.
You've been the ultimate detective so far.
correct.
And the reason I didn't say it just because I thought that was the most obvious and that probably was a throw off, you know? And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school.
You had to find someone? Who?
So,
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster?
Because he's my father. Excuse me? What?
What?
in other words,
I was separated from him as a child, and as it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peaks Academy's headmaster. And that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved.
I'll find a way.
What?
No matter what it takes, I'll find the headmaster.
no matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Hey, Kyoko, what's going on? Dot dot dot. Ominous farewell. My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. Ninjabot says, Star, give us the truth, Kyoko. Okay, vomits a piece of paper with the word truth. Oh my god. Ninjabot, you're very creative.
Nah, if I remember anything about how people depict this series, it's Byakuya and Kyoko just hitting Makoto upside the head saying, "Tell them, Makoto."
Tell them, Makoto. We have
We're
figured it
not
out. You know, we have figured it out, but we're too smart. It takes a common person to explain the truth to common people. It makes perfect sense now, of course. My whole purpose for coming here was to find him.
That makes sense.
However,
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I've seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room.
Then what do you see in there?
so,
The room had been ransacked, the shelves a mess, the drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion was that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there.
You mean the mastermind, right?
it's true.
That was my assumption, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor dorms using the key I had found.
But why there?
Because I found this note in the headmaster's room.
That kind of map?
Indeed.
Yes, Makoto, indeed. I see that your eyes work. It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. A map, if you will. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key.
The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for facility use. Oh, no, that's your line.
Yep, sorry. The map showed that the second facility was a room to a number of facilities meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed if that was true, that the room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check it out.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remember my purpose was to find the owner of that room.
So you went to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
Oh shit. But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the domes didn't have any cameras or monitors. Could I pause for a second?
Yes.
NinjaBot has the most. NinjaBot has the strangest comparison, okay? Technically, Kyoko is Sherlock Holmes and Makoto's Dr. Watson is kind of true, except. Actually, no, that is true, isn't it? It's very fitting. Because
So in that case,
she's the one who's like, I've solved the mystery! Now you solve it too! Or elementary, my dear Dr. Watson, I'm be off! Bye-bye! Woo!
hey Ninja, would that make the mastermind Moriarty, or would that make Byakuya Moriarty?
Oh! Oh no, why'd you
Anyway, forgetting that. So what is it like, that part of the school, I mean?
It's hard to describe. All I can say is, using my words.
I...
The moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we'd ever imagined.
What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to figure it out. You need to see it for yourself. And I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. It's all elementary, my dear Makoto.
It sounds like it must be important. And really ominous. Okay, I guess I'll talk to you a third time.
However,
Makoto, you've shown dedication. I will now speak to you about the things I refused to talk about earlier, which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building.
It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
however,
The 16th student of Hope's Peak Academy, the ultimate despair. Oh, just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either.
No, you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then who did kill her?
anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. And you know, if there's someone who had the straight murk without like any care in the world, it would of course have to be the ultimate soldier. The ultimate soldier stabbed to death in a boy's room. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Makuro Ikasaba was to get me killed.
Get you killed.
indeed.
I stole the key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial.
It was?
The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly.
Because of the school regulations.
That's right.
Exactly.
With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore at your discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they decided to use the class trial to do it.
The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves are somehow bound by the school regulations.
hey,
That's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikasaba, the ultimate soldier. The ultimate
And what's
despair.
that?
There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. What?
I could have been the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
You mean... during the night?
I
can hear them, you know? The footsteps of the god of death.
What?
I can hear the god of death as he moves. The ability naturally draws me into cases just like this,
anyway.
which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms, and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and I saw the white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran to your room and saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to whoever that masked silent was. They ended up dead,
correct.
and the murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It has to be the work of the mastermind, in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me.
So all this would mean is that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. What if
But if
that?
that
Oh, sorry.
but that's really bad if it's true. It means that the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed a class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did was a contradiction.
So what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered.
What?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's true identity. And the identity of the other ultimate despair.
The other ultimate despair?
There's no doubt Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person.
It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event.
You're talking about...
That's right.
What happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
You know, that thing that we've been lightly mentioning every chapter.
Yeah, but I wonder what it could be.
A tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that.
Is that the murder of the
They're
bunch
the ultimate despair?
It
Is
would
that the murder of
seem-
those kids? The despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
In there?
Indeed.
I see Byakuya is more similar to Arsene Lupin, the mastermind, because of the things I know. Wait. Because of the things I know because I got spoiled by the internet, is more unhinged than Moriarty, but fits the role. Although
Fair
both
enough.
of them are not really fit although both of them not really fit those characters. Okay, interesting. So yeah,
Fair enough.
make no mistake. They are the root of all evil they are the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy.
Chapter 5 is done, finally.
Wow. We're down to like almost no. Actually, no students to decrease this time around. Luckily.
You got the Dream Island rocket. You remember that thing from the beginning of the game.
Oh
It's also
yeah.
in the garbage room. It's in the garbage room with us.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
The Ultimate Despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. See, there's the rocket on the right.
I don't see it. Oh, I see it
It's
now.
right there on the right.
Okay, listen, my reference picture was right above it. I'm sorry.
Either way, not right now.
Anyway,
Right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after.
Yeah, you're right.
This is pretty cool. How is she gonna figure out how to get out? Is she got a gun? She's the ultimate
It's
detective,
locked,
right?
but we have a way to open this door.
Yeah, she's the ultimate detective. Just open it.
Kyoko, you still got that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that got you into the headmaster's that you got from the headmaster's room?
indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolute vital part of inside the mastermind. I would never part with it.
And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it on the door, right?
That's right, of course.
Kyoko, can you use the key of yours to open the door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out.
Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it in the keyhole. And then it opened.
Hell yeah, this part of the school.
Indeed.
That's good. And now we can get out of here. Let's go.
Sounds good. We opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit.
Yay, Makoto is no longer trash. Or at
Finally,
least
we
he's...
were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun.
Oh no, Makoto isn't...
Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death.
You know what? Is it Makoto?
After leaving the garbage pit, we found us in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney.
Is Makoto
There was a metal ladder. Oh, what?
Is Makoto a criminal now?
I don't know. There's a metal ladder
No,
leading
because
up
he's
into the
littering,
tunnel.
isn't he?
Why is he littering?
Well, he's taking trash out of the trash can and just taking it all over the school.
Fair enough.
Himself.
We started climbing the ladder, and upon reaching the surface, we climb.
Ah, nice angle.
The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. It's a good thing I didn't skip arm day.
Or foot
Who am I
day.
kidding? I've never climbed a ladder this long in my life.
Oh,
We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey,
don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Now that you said that, now I'm getting nervous. Maybe talking will keep my mind off it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said that you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work?
How long?
so
Ever since I can remember. I came from a long line of detectives. Detective works in my blood. Metal Gear Solid 3 flashback. Oh. You know, Ninja
You know,
Boy,
with the song. You gotta play the song.
Ninja Boy, I've never played any of any Metal Gear Solid game. I mean, I've only played Phantom Menace. What was the last game? Phantom what? Phantom Pain?
That was Metal Gear 5.
Yeah, Phantom something. That's the only Metal Gear I played. I've heard of the other ones, they're really good. One day I'll play them. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way.
And is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us.
How come? It seems like your family tradition, right? So,
Right.
Because we take pride in it.
pride.
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we made a conscious effort to conceal our existence.
A conscious effort.
It's true.
It's kind of old fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family treat, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride.
Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info on the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However,
And yet, I gave up some of that pride.
What?
I.
In order to enter Hope Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do.
The reason you gave up on that pride, the reason that you go so as far to enter Hope's Peak, it's because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? Well, there's no shame in that.
Ominous
What?
dot. Reconnect. I'd absolutely no reconnect. I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father.
What? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
That's something I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There is something I want to say to him, though.
What?
I.
No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him, face to face.
And that is.
So.
I want to sever all ties with him. I'm sorry, are you stupid? What?
Sever?
The last time I saw him, I was still very young. I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future,
However,
but he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind.
Sure, there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name, not... Yeah, but why do you have to see him? Every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I would have never had the chance to become a detective.
There was a Biff Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. Couldn't see how she looked when she said that.
Even if you're
What
behind her,
she
you
might
wouldn't be
have
able
been
to see her
feeling.
expression.
True. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional.
I.
I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what everyone in my position might say, right? But it's not
However-
true. There's one thing. There's one thing I can never forgive.
Really?
So.
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However.
But the rest of my family, when they looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. Well, they sound like they sound like false kirigiris then, don't they? That's how they see me, even to this day.
I.
A shadow was following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago.
But your family? To just cut him out of your life like that?
Wrong.
Well, our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family?
Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I'm shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing.
Yeah, entirely fair.
I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, probably like, I don't know, 15 minutes of straight climbing,
I don't think
I
I'd be able to
finally reached
climb a
the
ladder
top.
for a minute continuously.
Great, there's a big metal door. That looks like this is it.
Indeed.
Better push it up without falling off the ladder, boy. On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for me.
We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble.
Well, here goes nothing.
Imagine if she... Hi Bakugo, welcome to the stream. Imagine if she had to give him the key, and so she reached up, tried handing the key, they fumbled, the key fell all the way back down, they're like, well, fuck.
Time to climb down. Either way, reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Looks like we're back.
Whew.
But I can't believe how long the ladder was. I'm exhausted. My day is pretty good, Bakugo, thanks. How about you? How is your doing?
Can't
I'm-
exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. We're back in Host Peak Academy.
Or,
Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you.
no thanks as necessary. I was just returning the favor.
So, what do we do now? I mean, I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen,
You're worried?
Yeah? Of course.
so then,
Then let's just get a concrete answer.
What?
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping.
Wait, that's...
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time until we're found out. And it's not like we can run away.
As she said that, she pointed at a nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying you'd rather... Say rather than stressing out about getting caught, we should just give up now?
Don't worry. What you think is gonna happen isn't.
because
You ate Deku's homework? Well, Bakugo, come on, man. Have some. Did you at least cook it well before you ate it? You don't want to get salmonella. You don't know about that ink spin. It's Deku. Huh? Also, we're like 10 streams in, and I'm like so excited about what's gonna happen. I don't know. I still have no
So
clue.
either
I
way-
can't predict this game at all. Because
The mastermind is ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before, but what does that actually mean?
so
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mokoro's death. There was a moment when the mastermind let their guard down.
There was?
right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. It'll be better for us to go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations.
I'm still a little... No, I'm super uneasy about this. We don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going.
How the fuck do you know he's in the gym? For all we know,
For all
he's
we know,
yelling at...
he could be everywhere.
He could be yelling at Hagakure right now.
Bakugo ate Deku's homework before he could even write on it. Then you didn't eat his homework, you ate his supplies, you ate his stationery. Come on, Bakugo.
It's the paper.
What are you doing, Bakugo?
I consumed the notebook.
Oh my god. My model got so confused by that it started having a stroke.
Your model's usually having a stroke, if I'm
No.
being perfectly honest.
Okay, not usually. It's just a matter of like, if I'm in a certain exact angle, something goes wrong with life duty. I don't know what.
Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much.
I do.
But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You're supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What'll you do?
If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So I'm gonna punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko?
Right.
Do whatever you feel you have to.
What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
now,
If you execute Mikoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
What? I lose?
Hey!
You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, didn't you? I was getting you away, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
In other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the blackened and executed, right?
Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming that Makoto, the blackened, by proclaiming Makoto the blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you too.
However,
But then, there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery.
Alter ego.
I never imagined the possibility of a being that would wait. You never imagined the possibility of a being that would come to our aid even after you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now that's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of the rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is executed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right?
And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is me and not Makoto.
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't.
Fine by me. Then it starts loading machine gun.
Uh,
Don't just say it like that.
oh my god.
What is this? A comedy routine? To make such a bold claim without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth.
pum pum.
Now you're trying to talk like you're some kind of famous detective type.
Because,
If Makoto really was a killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you love so much to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you two with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in this absence of evidence.
indeed.
It's not only you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Akimoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased.
What?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume you killed them. Wait, they would assume that you killed them because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say that you can say we're making. Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair, fair and squire,
That's what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice.
Oh, what is this ice of yours?
It's true.
Do Makoto's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown.
It's one last
final battle between hope and despair.
Oh shit, she already
Hey.
said the line for me. Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say?
Fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Makuro's killer, of the Mastermind themselves. For what reason would the Mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'd probably just execute me without another word.
Ominous ...
Interesting.
Barrett!
Interesting indeed. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. Time for bear jokes. Now, what you suggested may be possible would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
In other words,
Does that mean you accept it?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'd be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
You guys!
So for this final face-off, you have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here.
By the way, you're roboting quite a lot. Take a Bakugo. That's a lot. Like you're here with the cat and all that. Well, I hope you and Icy
Hey,
Hot?
I'm roboting.
Yeah. Hope you and Icy Bot have a great day. Bye, Bakugo.
Currently,
Ninja Bot is like having some kind of like fight with Bakugo.
one moment. Hello.
Yes! Hello! Huzzah!
Is it good?
Yeah, it is good.
Okay. All the mysteries? That's right! Every last mystery that's flying around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain myself!
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you!
it's true.
The bear puns are getting worse, by the way.
Oh yeah. Someone else took the wheel and they don't know what they're doing. That's what we've been trying to do all along.
Good. Then let's hear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school,
You guys!
then you win. But if you can't do all that,
We all face execution, right?
oh, I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me?
We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
Wait, Ninja Bot, was that wasn't directed at me, right? That was directed at Bakugo, right? You're flaming him, right? Not me. When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair?
I honestly can't believe how this all turned out.
Hey,
You and me both, Makoto, you and me both. But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that. Sure. So what?
Hey,
I just wanted to confirm. That is what you said, right? And that's a true statement.
You don't have to be so suspicious. I said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? So Mukuro's trial is no exception, then it's all part of the regulations. Which would have meant that whoever killed Mukuro... Oh, it's a very polarizing approach, I know. Okay, enough of the puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step into Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth?
Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden?
Wait a second! Wait a second! No! Dude! Dude!
Yeah?
Why did it take me this long to realize why it looked like it was wearing why the corpse was Junko's corpse? It was Junko's corpse!
What?
You know the corpse, the Mokuro Kusabe corpse,
Yeah.
quote unquote. That's Junko's corpse.
What makes you say that?
Well, it looks like Junko's corpse first off because of the art and everything about that. You know, because I was looking at it, I was just like, huh, why does Mokuro Kusaba look like Junko? And now I just realized, wait a second, multiple wounds, multiple days old and all that stuff. Wait a fucking second, that's Junko's corpse. She had all those
Okay.
bullet holes in her torso and everything.
I don't know how you've come to that realization so suddenly in the middle of nothing involving this.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I was just I was just sent you an
I'm
article.
just talking.
Angry!
I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would you? Why are you mad?
Whew.
He seems emotionally unstable. Perhaps we should leave him alone.
Leave me alone! Get out of here! Let's talk anymore.
I'm done. I want to get my home. Bye and go home.
Okay, I'm going. Okay, I'm going. I'm just... You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get punishment later anyway. Gotta come up with something cool. And get started on it anyway. It's gonna be super duper extra special punishment, overflowing with despair, with so many spinning and moving parts, it's gonna put Ruth Goldberg to shame!
Hey,
Come on, Makoto. Let's go already.
What you drawing?
By the way, did you see the art I sent you? What I drew?
Uh,
That was a great time.
I was thinking that you were just gonna put more garbage in the image. Like that dumb cup noodles on her head.
Eventually. Till then, some more adjustments. First out, drawing the clothes.
Yep. I also thought you were gonna add Kodo to it.
Maybe.
Okay. Doesn't matter. Anyway. He's just laughing now. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym.
God, it's so bizarre. Why did they use... So they used Junko's corpse.
I didn't say anything, but we'll get to that. We're about to do the final investigation.
Oh, hold up a second. Did I actually just guess it right? Good.
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying save all your theorizing to when we have more evidence, because we're about to get a lot of it. Because we also have to solve another mystery. All the mysteries of the school and who killed Mukuro.
Okay, that's a lot. Okay, right. So really quickly, just wanted to say this. To Ninja Bot, about you saying that. Thank you so much. Okay, glad I wasn't directed at me. Bakugo, welcome back. I see you're back. I guess Ninja Bot's gonna pick a fight with you again because he just has to for some reason. I mean, when you pick a character like that, I guess it's the rivalries just form naturally because that's what
Anyway,
Byakugo is, a rival. I'm so
I
sorry.
can't believe it, but somehow I ended up not dying. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Everything turned out way better than expected.
And she looks worried.
And once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. So what now? Thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us.
Yeah, true.
whew,
Still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure the enemy would accept my proposal.
But honestly, why would the Mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept.
What?
because
It's all because of that one moment when the mastermind let their guard down, like I said.
So, when was it that the Mastermind let their guard down?
so
I wasn't that here myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right?
Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
What did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right?
I mean, the ideas of actually taking over all the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult.
A reason.
so
They had to show the world something. No matter the cost, us killing each other.
They wanted to show the world?
it would seem
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all of their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that.
Yeah, that makes sense. If the stupid regulations didn't exist, that no one would have killed anyone.
in other words,
So the mastermind's true goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the whole world.
But why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely.
Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept.
Talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope, to kill each other and sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see, to try and prove that despair is better than hope.
That's their... Oh, that's real.
That is their goal, as the ultimate despair.
What? They just want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous. Completely irrational. Stupid even. Low IQ, some would say. But that's the kind of thing that nobody but those who would call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. Tune abuse who never grow out of that stage of life. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
But is that really their only reason for making us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, Mako, and yet... that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness.
What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the whole world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it.
That's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us ourselves.
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me. Oh, was it not Junko?
Right.
That's a lot. So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all of the proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that wouldn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer.
But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who was also not the killer.
And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It will only do the mastermind harm to have shown that they violate their own regulations. Take care, Bakugo. Have fun on have good luck on your mission.
But all of that's just a hunch, right? And you were still able to change the mastermind to you were still able to get them to accept your challenge.
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me. Another path opened up.
I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have a slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was just making a bet.
Whew.
But it looks like I got right, this time at least. I won the bet.
She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief.
To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time.
I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. Seriously, you kind of have like the same kind of bland, emotionless expressions. Or that kind
Yeah.
of slight smirk.
Yep.
You seem totally confident from the moment we decided to talk to him.
Apparently, this detective runs based on intelligence and charisma.
Apparently.
Deception's her highest stat. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy.
Yeah, you're probably right. Not pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't just relax. We can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time,
correct.
or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing.
You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it's gonna cost us our lives. We have no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final fight, they have to tell the others what's going on.
True. But now we know who our real enemy is. All we gotta do is work together with everyone to
Have
destroy
you
the
forgotten
mastermind.
it's one of these? Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible?
What?
anyway,
Anyway, right now we have to find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in one of the dorms somewhere. Shall we go?
Let's be perfectly honest, we know where they are. It's the only place any people gather anytime.
The cafeteria. It's like
Yeah,
it's such a
like
fun.
people-
It's just such a funny thing. I just looking at the chat. I'm like watching, just Ninjabot and Bakugo having a back and forth.
Entertaining.
Just going all over the place from from Bakugo acting like Deku's dog to like
And
saying that
suddenly we
Bakugo
were
and
greeted
Deku are
with-
dating.
You again? Is he broken?
Whew.
I suppose his emotional instability has reached its limit.
For some, and 61. What the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about.
I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah,
Is that Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Huh? You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Oh my
everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. And as soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man. That seriously stinks.
Ah,
It's Makoto! He smells like a wet dog!
Yeah, it's not like I slept in the garbage room and then, climbed a ladder for like half an hour.
Yeah, sure. Focus on that. You!
Get away!
You have no
Shoot!
right!
Shoot! And in a flash, my tears dried up. Way to ruin the moment, guys.
Oh my god.
Makoto,
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
it's true.
It's related what I have to. It's related what I have to tell you all.
I need to tell you all about the last class trial.
The last class trial?
In other words,
We're gonna read you Makoto's trial.
huh?
Wait, seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't a killer. And of course, it's not me or any of you.
Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it's all the work of the mastermind.
Hmm?
Did you saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, didn't you, Makoto?
Did you? What?
You making it sound like it was easy. I just,
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Did that really does that mean they really broke their own rules?
They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here! Hello?
Listen, there are no lights on. What do you mean? Pay your electricity bill.
For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So, knowing this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's all about who killed Makoto, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind.
There's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Every last mystery? What? Excuse me?
But
But we've been looking around this whole time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You probably guessed correctly, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Everyone?
I hate you.
Who said you could agree with those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I was living here forever with Maxter. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
anyway,
Anyway, at this point, the only way forward for us is to survive. The only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
Interesting.
Other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
But figuring out the mastermind and how they killed Makoto and all the schools mystery, it's wow, that's a lot. I don't think I would encounter that much. It's like trees.
It's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial's different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we can solve all those mysteries.
I'm not so sure about that. What do you mean?
What?
I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. Why?
You can't agree. Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all these mysteries.
indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his.
And it's a very polarizing approach, I know. But okay, enough of the pun. Here's the hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but the killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single foot in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, didn't he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable.
But why?
So, in other words,
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have to have set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could have probably murdered Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words,
According to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students that have been taking part in this killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning, and you added Mukuro and you got 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us!
No way!
You can't be serious!
Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility.
And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair. So they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us is the mastermind, they would be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't get how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still.
Oh shit! Wait, what is that? Oh, it's nighttime. I thought it's time for the class trial, everyone. Are you prepared?
This is
So-
a school announcement.
Oh.
You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
Oh shit!
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
We can now go anywhere in the school.
I can remember like a few places that were like locked off, but I don't remember where they are now. How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can only rely on myself. On the Tagami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master! He didn't take me with him!
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee without cream. Without cream! Or coffee! You're totally useless! So bye!
Oh,
And Tiyoko trudged out of the dining hall. And now that she's gone, and you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
that's right. Absolutely, you know me very well.
Which leaves Makoto, Hina, and I.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. I'm going to be completely useless this trial. Like
As
every other
always.
trial up to this point.
I mean, he's never helped by being there, so it makes no difference. Actually,
He
wait a
usually
second.
helps. He usually helps by being the guy who has that one piece of dumb information.
He's like, hey, yo, I found this awesome, cool little thing. Wait, what? Yeah, it's over there. And it's like, huh.
Laughing loudly, Hero left the dining hall.
Aw.
Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? Well, you can choose to go off by yourself too if you want, or you can come with us.
Well, what about you, Hina?
What, do you want me to voice out that? I guess I'll do the same thing. If
But-
everyone else is gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. I mean, it's not like I trust everyone, you know?
That you don't trust it's a double negative.
It's not like I don't trust everyone, you know?
Cause, I mean,
But like up to now, I haven't been feeling all that useful. So I'm gonna continue. I just kind of depend on Sakura and like everyone else.
You're not useless. If you hadn't been there, I would have died.
Makoto, that's like nice of you to say and all that, right?
but
But still, you know, I know I've been mostly useless. Mostly
Okay.
totally useless. Woof. So I figured, like, at the end, maybe I can go find something that'll help us get out of here.
I'm gonna say it. I'm looking at the picture. I don't think you made his hair big enough.
I did not. You are correct.
Anyway,
So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Bye-bye. Take care. Ta-ta. Okay, see you later.
Hina was surprisingly high spirits as he jazzed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Hello, welcome to the stream. Sylveon
So-
Chan. Interesting name.
You're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
Well, she said already, yes. Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going off to do our research separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
So,
That goes for all of us.
I think I see what you mean. Doing our
Alright,
own
gang,
investigating
let's split up and find clues.
doesn't work together in the end. I can see us splitting up to cover more ground. We can get back together and show what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, I best be going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the schools have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit places we couldn't go before.
But we can visit places we couldn't go before. That's my line.
Oh, sorry.
Makoto.
Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary.
With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have any time to waste either. I gotta begin my search. So that's what I gotta prove. I gotta prove that the mastermind killed Mukuro and everything else. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. And I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. Then we can all escape together.
God, this is so exciting. Things are getting hype.
I guess I'll look at Mukuro's Monokuma file again. Due to an explosion, victim's identity is unknown. They were, of course, dead before the blast.
Yeah.
Victim was stabbed a single time with a knife, which was
Yeah.
completely through the body. They also were struck in the head with an
Yeah.
object as thick as a metal pipe.
Yeah.
The body was covered in other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
That's Junko's body.
Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusawa, then we'll know who the mastermind is.
That's Junko's
So I should start my investigation with trying to figure out who killed her. I guess I'll start with the rooms that were locked up till now. Headmaster's
it.
room, the bio lab, the door to the data center with Monokuma's face on it, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. They should all be open.
Okay, does
So-
Makoto's hair look proper now?
I also have to check the guard and the dojo again. Yeah.
Nice.
So, where do you want to check first? Because we could check the second floor area here, or we can go to any other room. Pick a place.
I wouldn't be able to tell you anything. Okay, first off, how do we find? There's no place where we know boys are kept, right? Obviously not.
I know, but how about this? Let's
Uh,
start with
Can we find like the PDAs again?
what's this one again? We can go to the headmaster's room.
All right, the headmaster's room. We've not been in there personally, have we?
No,
Nice.
this is the headmaster's room. Heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself.
You know, I can't believe there are
Ah.
so many people watching
Kodo.
in chat for the
You.
basically at the very ending of the game.
Yeah, we had almost 9 people in here a moment ago.
This is insane. Like, so many people are watching at the ending, the last
Yeah, sure.
trial. So, this is what
Come
we were
on.
told about.
Makoto,
Not possible.
are you ignoring me, or do you think I'll forgive you just because you're you?
Such ignorance.
When we get out of here, remember this moment. Oh, I gotta. He's forcing me to talk to him.
we're
Well,
being
we came to
blackmailed.
the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting?
Why is he walking with us right now?
What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. At the top of this pathetically atrocious desk, Class 78 Student Registry. It contains profiles for all of us. And Mukuro.
So, in other words,
Apparently, Class 78 refers to us. Then, we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room.
I see.
That's right, it also mentioned Class 78. That must be where Kyoko got this page. And since the rest of the profiles are listed in here, along with hers,
In other words,
there can be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope Speak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikusawa, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it.
Mukuro Ikasaba, the 16th student.
But it seems that
The
Kyoko was in a
ultimate spell.
hurry. What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have really been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. What's your point? She wasn't so much of a hurry, she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
so in other words,
In other words, when it comes to this profile, there is more information about Mukuro we still didn't have.
Wow!
And what is that?
Revealing that in the
Why
11th
don't
hour?
you ask me every little thing? You can read, can't you? Seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know
Interesting.
the kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us with such a interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through this report. Mukuro
Oh, we have a
reappeared
picture of
suddenly,
her!
and in the background, an entity floats close but out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if it was a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope Speak Academy, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students, after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take reasonable measures. Mukuro was part of Ultimate Despair. I don't think can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean that Mukuro and the Mastermind are allies? So why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even if the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro is capable of, they would have taken her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it's a means for the Mastermind is stronger than Mukuro was.
what?
What's wrong, Makoto?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought. But I should probably point out one other thing. there's another important bit of information with the file you should note. And that is... Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl, perhaps you've never seen before. A girl who seems to be included as part of our Class 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who this girl is. The further information about that girl is included in file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. It even lists her vitals. 31, 22, 33. 32. Well, what do you think? What do you think? Are you asking me if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You're a hopeless idiot.
Makoto!
What I'm trying to tell you is maybe keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean? Wait, is he trying to say
Yeah, it's a different body.
there's a chance the body isn't Mukuro?
It's Junko's body.
Is that what he's saying?
Yes.
Personally, what I'm thinking seems all impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I'm trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. And I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, and I suggest you pay attention. Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Hiyoko quite well. I'm not sure we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. What?
In other words,
The cost of faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. Now get out of my sight.
Well, let's go check the body. That's in the garden, ain't it?
Wait, there's one more thing in this floor.
Okay.
The data center.
It's in this floor. Okay. I don't know where, because I've not really been paying attention to the map and stuff and where things
Hey,
are.
Makoto.
Hey, Makoto, are you here to look around too?
Is that what you're doing here?
Yeah, like I can't help but wonder what about that Monokuma door. Wait, did he not unlock it? So I figured if all doors in the school are unlocked, that one should be too, right?
But,
Although I couldn't bring myself to open it. Was it locked?
I mean,
Because it might explode, right? And that really suck if you... So you open it! You... What the fuck?
They're making me open the bomb door again. Great. I'm sure she didn't mean it. She made it sound like she was the only one. She was okay with me getting blown up.
I mean, she did say in a very, very rude way.
Okay, I guess I'll open it.
Ah, wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Shut up, Hina! This is why
Tina
you're the
raced
worst
over
character.
to a nearby desk and hid underneath it.
This is why she's the worst character. Well, this
I
is
believe that honor goes to Toko,
Okay, listen.
at least in this game.
No. No. Hina's lower than Toko for me.
Whatever. Everything will be okay, right? Here goes nothing.
Toko
I
at
threw
least...
all my weight into it, and the door opened much easier than I expected.
Toko at least gets points for being insane. Oh shit.
There's no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was,
Wow, this place is totally sci-fi! Oh my god,
Yeah, I
I found
was
an amazing place,
kinda
didn't I,
thinking the
Makoto?
same thing.
what the heck?
I mean, every part of the school leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but
Just a second.
this place is #1 gross. It's a whole different kind of creepy. How so? What do you mean?
What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top, like the kind of military installation or something.
Yeah, it looks like a mech cockpit, doesn't it? If would probably freak out if he saw it. Dude, it's kind of like a...
Cockpit. So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some sort of cockpit.
It might be something
could
the
mean-
ultimate soldier might be adept at using. Alright, let's start poking at it, or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons.
Wait, hold on, you can't just or whatever, something like this. It was too late. Hina already started jabbering away at the control panel.
What? Did you hear that?
I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push?
I'm not totally sure. But I think it was that one, the thing that says the data center.
Data center. I look at the control panel. There's a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room on it. And just like Hina said, one is labeled data center. And the one she pushed, the data center, it's right next door. The room we're just in. That's where the strange noise came from. I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, please, because I'm kind of scared of my mind right now, so I'll just share on you from over here. Go on, Makoto. Go on, Makoto. If you die, it was my fault. It's not my fault. I don't like her.
Did you hear what? I just think I heard it. Is that Monokuma? Hey. You do this voice.
Grrr! Give me all your donuts!
Is that you, Hina?
What?
Huh? Oh man, he's busted. How'd you know that?
Say what?
I mean, what is this, like a remote control camera setup?
I don't even know, but I think you don't even know what you're controlling.
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Guess what I found? A self-destruct button! Yay!
Whatever you do, don't push it.
What's that? You want me to push it? Oh man, please let me push it. I'm gonna kill
Are you seriously going to push it? I guess that settles it. That room with the Monokuma drawing on it is with the control panel inside is where you control Monokuma.
And we've settled it. Hina is worse she's worse than I expected. Hina, my expectations for you at rock bottom. And now they've gotten even worse. You belong in a dumpster.
Bad.
I don't
She's
like
fine.
her. There's so many things.
Donut Girl's great.
She's so bad. She's only ever good. She's only good for fan service, and even then, I'd say she's subpar. Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that right now?
Monokuma?
What do you mean?
You were controlling just now. It was Monokuma.
Huh?
Monokuma?
Oh.
Well, like for real?
Yeah. It looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And the control room is totally separate from the data center with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey,
the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time.
You're roboting for a brief second.
Hold on. 1 second.
No,
How's
it's fine.
this?
It's fine now.
Good?
Yeah, that was just so strange.
But
Well, if like the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, then like that means they've been inside the school the whole time, right?
Guess that would be true. And if that is true, it's very polarizing. You know, 16 students, only been them. The
Yada.
mastermind's puppet
Yada
is
yada
the 16th
yada.
student. Can't be. There's no way, right? We got evidence.
Like what's wrong, Makoto? I don't like the face you're making.
It's nothing.
I should have pushed the self-destruct button. Okay.
Is everything okay?
cause I mean,
Well, it's just... This is where the mastermind is hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? I just really want to push the self-destruct button.
I can't say it's not impossible, but I really hope that's not true.
So, like,
so,
you want to leave? Like, there's still a lot of other places to check out.
Good point. We can't waste our time standing around here. Want to get going?
Yeah. Okay, great. Let's go.
I'm gonna go to the next floor. Oh, never mind. As soon as the door of the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that?
The door just locked on its own.
What? A door? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. It's locked. Why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma.
Just a second.
That's not fair. You can't just go around scream whatever you feel like.
This means the mastermind was hiding in the room the whole time.
Oh my god.
Hey,
It's for your benefit. Because if the room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would go if the school mascot just stopped moving. Then that room.
Yep.
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are.
So right now you're being controlled by someone in that room?
yes, indeed.
Rectamundo.
You're a liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there. We didn't see anyone.
You did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a suspicious hatch?
Where?
There's a hatch in the floor.
Oh my god, why didn't... That wasn't an option,
Too
right?
bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it. You could have ended this game right now. You loser. You idiot. Stupid moron.
Wow.
Of course, the hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, the room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. Get out of here. Get out of here, you crazy kids. I'll be relying on you to tell the others. Peace.
Like, he's gone, but like...
So,
Was he telling the truth? Was the mastermind hiding there all along?
In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Then, like, when I said we should leave...
The hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
sorry.
Yeah, okay. Well, Hina. Well.
Stop being mean to Hina.
No! Never! I'll stop being mean when she deserves me not being mean.
Look, if anybody deserves to be mean at, it's Hero with his idiocy.
No, Hiro is precious.
No, he's not.
He is. I love
He's
Hiro.
comic relief.
I love Hiro. He's comic. He's at least good at that. Hina can't
Okay, let's go.
Hina can't even pull off that job.
Gotta stay positive and make the most of the time we got left.
You're right, yeah. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving. Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we find out over here. My brain's gonna turn off, and so in 3, 2, 1, bye.
You got it.
I don't like her. Whatever, let's put her off.
Hina took off. Full sprint.
Sakura's,
And now I gotta do what I gotta do.
Sakura's-
Only one foot forward.
Sakura's the best.
Sakura was the best.
We need to go to the garden.
Yep. I'm going. Well, technically, there's a few more floors on this floor. We gotta take out the dojo, the garden, and the bio lab.
Is there anything
The
useful there?
bio lab.
Is there anything useful there? I guess we better.
Bio lab.
I guess we better go floor by floor. Otherwise, we're gonna have to go back and forth and just get confused as to what.
Here's the
rooms we've been
bio
in.
lab. Cold. It's like abnormally cold. Giant refrigerator. Why is it so cold?
We've not been in here, have we?
There's some kind of weird machine that's built into the wall. On the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. On the other side,
Who knows? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
There's
It's
some kind of
perfectly safe. We never have to worry about this at. Oh.
oh wait, I know this. This is that kind of thing in horror movies. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies.
Oh my god! Are you serious?
Does that mean that the biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around.
Can we look at all the corpses?
Oh, there's a booklet here. Instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver, and a blue light will let you know that automated systems have been activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as they need. In an unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer a leather upholstery upgrade package.
Okay.
Is this an instruction manual for the fridge? There's a weird machine that's built into the wall. There's a bunch of glowing lights. If those lights are on, the ones on the left, they're off. And I get it. Clear to me now. This is a makeshift morgue.
Okay.
And about those lights of each slot. The setup is so that each slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. That would mean that each slot lit up blue, one of the victims is...
Okay, hold up 1 second. How many
Can't
are
let
there?
my emotions take control now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died. I gotta defeat the mastermind. With that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option.
Yeah, let's
There are 16 fridges.
Yeah, okay. How many... Okay, hold up. 16 fridges for 16 students. And how many people are alive right now? That should be 7 in total. Six should be alive if Mokuro's dead. There's 1, 2,
There are
3...
7 empty fridges.
Well, if Mokuro's dead, there should only be 6 people left. I guess that means Mokuro's alive. Can we look at all the fridges one by one, pull out the corpses, or we probably can't pull out the corpses, can we?
Probably not. There's a set of tarps here. Been seeing a lot of these lately.
So here's my thing. I feel like they've taken out Junko's body.
Hold on. I'm gonna look at the empty fridges. They're all in this little room.
Dude, this is so interesting. I just don't know what's going on. I don't. Again, once again, I don't know if this is
To the dojo.
I don't know if this is because of good writing or because of my low intelligence.
Yes.
You know what? I will take that as a compliment to the game.
Toko. That's where you were.
What do you want?
I'm so disgusting. You want me out of your sight. No, that's not it. I just thought maybe you found a clue. Well, I haven't. I can't find anything. Not a single clue. Figured since this place is related to the case, I should have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back. Give back my precious time. Calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless. Good for nothing. No one's going to say that.
One person is.
Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that.
I mean, he will, but you like that. You're down for that.
Don't want it. I'm sick of always being looked down. Why won't anyone accept me?
Uh-oh.
I don't think there are any clues here, so I think I'll get going.
You know what? I feel like there's a bad time. She is coming out of her master's face.
I don't remember where the garden is. There's the garden.
Okay. Sounds like a great time.
Oh, yeah. There's gonna be a body here.
Oh no! Wait, how will we figure out the height then? Are there notes in the autopsy lab? There are no notes in the bio lab. Are there?
Maybe the body's in the tool shed? I'm gonna check.
Nope.
I didn't find anything close to a dead body. If it's not there, it must be in the bio lab where the corpses are. There's also the tarp here. The tarp that's also in the bio lab.
You okay?
So this is a tarp. The killer must have left some clue behind here. And the tarp has a stamp for the bio lab on
Oh
it.
my god, are you serious?
came from the biolab.
Now only people have seen that. Now only we've seen it. So it's confirmed 100%. That is Junko's corpse. Shit.
So I need to check here.
It all makes so much sense now.
Does it?
Yes, it does. But why are you?
To the biolab!
Why are you trying to talk me out of this?
Shush. I'm not.
Listen, this is the one
I'm
of the.
just not.
This is one of the few times where I feel like I'm operating on all
I'm
my
trying to
brain
interact
cells.
with you in a way that I'm not going to reveal any secrets.
Okay.
There's a stack of tarps here. There's some kind of weird machine built in. We already talked about this.
Okay, hold
I
up.
want us to look at the body.
So a few of my neurons just connected, right? This Silvio and Chan, the last thing they said in chat was noodle. And I was so confused for the longest time, and now I just realized it's because I'm drawing cup noodles on their heads.
You don't have to draw it on Makoto's head.
I think it's funnier if I do.
Chickens.
Yes, we're missing one chicken. I remember how
Is there
confused
more?
we both were when Hiro kept saying 5 chickens, 5 chickens, and we're like, what do you mean? And then we come back later to look at it out, and I was like, oh, those are the chicken tails. That's what we got confused by. He was right, there are 5 chickens in the art. Yeah. So we gotta go look at the biolab again.
I did, but it didn't trigger any new dialogue.
Really?
Maybe there is something in the dojo, and I'm just an idiot.
I mean, we did believe in her, Toko, didn't we?
Yeah, let's ignore Toko.
Look at the locker, I suppose. Look, the target, maybe? Oh, what's up there? Ah, that doesn't matter. Trees. Look at the... Oh, wait, over there. To the left. Look
Actually,
at the...
did we actually talk to Toko, or was that just our starting dialogue? How is everything? Okay.
Okay, look to the left. Is that near the arm, maybe? No. Oh,
Man,
good.
that's useless.
I mean, because you already got everything and we're at the end of the game.
I'm guessing we can't interact with things until we get further, so there's only one place to go. Wait,
Okay.
I want to go to the dorms. There we go. The second floor of the dorms.
This should be a decent time. Oh no. Oh shit, it's
Like
all...
an ancient ruin. Or a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something.
Oh my god, that's
That's
blood.
bloodstains.
Oh. Holy shit. What happened here? Why we bomber?
Yeah.
Did you realize that you're in the picture too?
TV?
Yes. You exist too here. A reference.
This is a random bedroom. Nothing in it.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Nice! Oh, I'm having some fun with the art. Unlike usually, this time is like the art's like fairly vertical, fairly horizontal. So
Giraffe in the closet.
Ah! Oh my god, why did they nail that one closet?
Room filled with lockers. Must
Why-
be for the Hope Peak students who came before us. Class before ours must have used these lockers. I'll come back to this, because I don't think we can open any of these.
Maybe not. Maybe we can.
What's
You would-
this room?
You're not gonna know until you try.
There we are. This room doesn't feel like a student's room. More adult atmosphere.
Correct.
Is the headmaster's private room.
Kyoko.
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time.
Okay. Kyoko looks meek right now.
With the exact same expression as
She must be
always.
thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. There's a strange gap in the wall. Some kind of design mistake or a construction defect.
So,
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I feel a breeze coming out of it.
A breeze?
indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall.
Does that mean like a hidden room?
I think I might know how to open it.
And how do you open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on the PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However,
But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is it's probably made out of letters and numbers, ancestral numbers.
That's right. That's not nearly enough to go on.
it's true.
I looked through all the paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password.
Whew.
When I think about how much time I wasted on this,
So, we need a password for the computer.
okay?
Must have belonged to the headmaster.
So we're not able to like
It
actually do
seems-
anything, huh? Who would use this last? It seems they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC has some search results left on it.
So we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However,
There's not much though. Nothing we don't already know.
in other words,
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy that happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
however,
That's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
whew,
But I guess the best he could do is. But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete kirigiri failure.
But any information on the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have.
Okay, cool. I want to try the computer. There's a hidden room she can't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there's some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to that. Anyway, I gotta figure out the password. Kyoko can't figure out. There's no way I can stand a chance. Wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Excuse me?
No, I'm just thinking about what the password would be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After all, she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as the password. Knowing about this, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. You mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well,
I mean, it's not like you need my permission.
If you want to try it.
If you want to
Oh, wait, no,
try
you're-
it, do whatever you want.
Okay. I'm gonna type in your name.
I will type in your name. I'm not gonna prove to you you're a stupid detective. What?
hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know your guess is wrong.
Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed out her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling as I finished typing it in.
It opened. Holy
What?
shit!
That was it? Kyoko, it worked!
Dot, dot, dot. Take a shot.
Why?
Dot, dot, dot. Take a shot. Why? What?
Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Kyoko? Might as well not have been in this room. Her gaze was fixed on one thing. A present. Wrapped and covered in joy, which made it unusual.
I mean, wouldn't her attention be on that photo?
Better check out the present before anything.
Okay.
Here's a color box here. It's out of place. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. I'm gonna open it.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto.
Why? You think it might be dangerous?
No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably.
What?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is. At the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see.
Wait till you know what's in there.
Anyway,
Just don't scream or anything, okay?
There's something in there that makes me want to scream? I'm gonna open it. I opened up the lid, I slowly opened, lifted the lid up, and looked in the box. I was hesitant to glance inside, and... Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. It's bones.
Excuse me?
Human bones.
What?
The last thing I expected to see in such a bright, colorful box. Who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What do you mean? What do you
What?
think? Explain this to me. Use your words to the woman. For the first time in your
How
life.
would you know that?
Second time.
There are bones in there. Human bones.
Wrong.
Well, it's not that I was specifically thinking of bones. I just had a feeling it would be his body.
That's pretty much the same thing. Dead guy in a box.
My father.
Oh. What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. Those
Those-
bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Oh my god, what do you mean?
You know where these bones came from?
A human, probably.
I'll tell you in a second. So this is the man she's been searching for. How do you know that for sure? How do you know it's him?
So,
Given all the info we have, that's the only possible answer. Skipping through a lot of this old dialogue, because we don't need any of it. We've done it
Trigger
already.
said the Hazmaster was probably in the school.
By the way,
Oh.
we're over time.
I know. I'm just trying to get to a good point.
Yeah. The only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game was the 16 students and the headmasters here, right? When you put those two ideals together, it doesn't take much to assume
in other words,
that most likely my father was in the school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway.
Yoko explained her analysis and she was completely calm.
Holy
Well, she wasn't completely calm. She was trying to seem calm. She said that she thought, and she knew it was a possibility. But I had to believe at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she can cut all ties. But was that all there was to it?
Again, this shot. Interesting choice.
Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder.
Nice!
Here's
That's very inappropriate, game. What do you mean, nice?
picture.
Oh, Yurma, look at that!
Faded. Must be pretty old. This is a picture of Yoko.
Why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now?
Then I was right. Picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Oh, that's depressing. What? Why? I wanted to face him and tell him myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time he even stole the one opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father?
Kyoko. Hey, by the way, we've seen this man before. The first execution. The rocket ship at the beginning of the game
Oh my fucking god.
that resulted in the skeleton.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Oh my god, that was so long ago, I can't even remember that.
Desk! I don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey,
Don't worry about me, feel free to look around as much as you'd like.
You
Because-
sure?
Never let anything get in the way of investigation. I don't.
Okay,
I mean,
then if you don't mind.
You didn't open that box. Felt like you had a lot of
Just
stuff
gonna
between
look
you
in the
and the
drawers.
investigation.
I rummaged through one, finding nothing but a bunch of boring papers. Then in the last drawer, what is this? It's an e-handbook, and on the label says, "In case of emergency." I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
in other words,
A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster.
I'm assuming that's what it is. Oh, I think you're
it
right.
would seem.
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it?
But Kyoko,
I.
I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it there. I have the key, remember?
I guess I'll take it. Is this okay?
Hey,
Listen, Makoto. Can I ask you a favor?
What is it?
so.
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, but... And I know it'll inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey,
Could you leave?
correct.
Just for a little while. I'd like to be alone for...
Kyoko.
Don't worry, I'm fine. Just need to calm down a little.
Just a
I
second.
need to... Get my emotions in order.
You know, Kyoko, you told me about the relationship you had with your dad. Now you're only connected by blood and not heart and soul. But
Maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again one day. Is that what you're going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through.
I.
This problem can't be solved so easily.
you're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please just give me some time to myself.
I understand. I'll see you later.
And I feel like that might be a good time to end.
Wait,
Please. Please.
is she really okay?
Please.
Kyoko must have been in complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. It's a skeleton and your dad.
Surprise! You want to be reunited with your dad?
No doubt the
Happy
mastermind reported that evil
birthday!
deed. They killed the headmaster. They killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster's dead. Stop flashing back. We've seen this scene 5 times already in this episode.
Mokuro Kurosawa.
They're wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is also the killer of the headmaster. So that's 2 murders we gotta pin them for.
Mukuro Kurosabi. There's somewhere
15 in the
school.
planning hall. Mukuro in the mix, you get 16. That includes me. Only 6 of us are alive. Everyone else is dead.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
And 7.
9.
Even Mukuro.
Nope.
Undeniably dead.
Still 9.
So the only ones still left alive are me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Aoi, and Kyoko. And those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be another way.
Yeah, obviously.
There has to be.
Obviously. Vino in the morgue. There are 7 empty slots. Where do you... Did you eat one of the bodies? Did you do it? Can we end now?
Wait. I was trying to find a certain thing to end on, but I don't know where it is.
I feel like...
I got a better ending point. This locker room.
Why is it a better ending point? Like the art's
The
already done and
locker.
everything.
But there's a card reader, so I'm gonna open it. You can use your handbook to open this locker up, and that means I'll give it a try. I put my handbook on the card reader, and then no luck.
Well, you have a
Well,
you have a special locker,
Yeah,
special book.
only the locker's owner can. But wait, what about the emergency handbook? Let's give it one more try. The emergency handbook, and let's see what's in there. Practically empty. There's a pocketbook. There's no name on it, so I don't know whose it is.
Huh.
There's something writing inside, so let's look. I don't like violating people's privacy, but given that the whole place is wrecked, they're probably dead.
I don't like violating
It's
people's
girl's
privacy, but
handwriting.
I don't like guns violating my corpse either.
The letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must be very meticulous. Flipping through the pocketbook, and my hand froze when I got to a certain page. Something familiar was written here, words I've heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens that the headmaster and my father.
What?
Read.
He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said.
Point is to keep our student progeny safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome this disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of the country and the world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for the new era. This is the only hope we have, and I hope that you're willing to go along with this plan.
So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfless decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father.
Can't be true, can it? I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. And it couldn't be anyone else. But if that belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hadn't seen her dad since she left when she was little. We just read it.
Yes.
So what does this all mean? I scanned the rest of the pages. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong. But then I reached the last page, the classroom marks spinning through my mind. It just started spinning much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing there was messy, disoriented, and scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second to spare. What's this mean? What? How could any of this make any sense? So, despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. And I'm gonna end it.
God damn it. We reached a point where it just made me think, oh sure, oh shit, we should go any further. What does that
Honestly,
mean?
I would imagine I would love to finish the investigation, but you already said we're over time, so...
We are very over time, and I am like, I need to go to sleep to get to work tomorrow. So
Okay,
yeah,
well,
right. So, oh my god, that
we
was so
might
fun.
finish...
You know what? I will leave at. I will leave the stream with the art open, essentially.
Heh.
The art will be the main. This art will be the screen on the screen today, and this is how we're gonna say thank you so much for being here. That was like really fun stuff. Yeah, Ninja Bot, that was definitely a cliffhanger. We usually end these on cliffhangers because you know they usually come right at the exact moment we need them. Oh, that was a lot. What do you think of the art today, by the way?
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, though. You kind of have him just wearing his jacket there.
No. So what happens is he wears the hoodie with a jacket on top. The jacket's gone, the hoodie's torn up.
Yeah,
The
that's what I'm
hoodie-
saying.
Yeah.
It's like tattered clothes.
Yeah. I thought it'd be funnier. Okay. Anyway, they're in the trash where they belong. Two of the best characters in the game.
Yep.
At least they're not dead.
So it's looking like we're gonna need 2 more streams.
Oh shit.
Because
This
here's
has
the thing about the final trial, it's
Oh.
very long.
Ninja Butts also, you gave Makoto thunder ties. I mean, I'm not gonna. Maybe? Maybe? Oh. Anyway, yeah, that's a great time. Oh, I'm so
But we're,
excited.
we're probably gonna need 2 more streams.
Yeah, I think we've already done like 10, 11 streams of this game so far. That's so much. And it still keeps going, and it keeps getting more and more exciting. Oh, it's really well paced.
Next
Alright.
time, you get to draw Mukuro. And allow me to provide you with an image
Yeah.
before you go. One second.
I'm just so happy that, you know, I actually figured out what to draw today, because we at least agreed on something beforehand. When we agree on something beforehand, I can at least like guarantee almost to an extent that something pretty decent is gonna come out. When I have no idea what's gonna come out, I have no clue. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. It's been a great time, and we're gonna end stream. And to end stream, we're gonna bring up my end screen page, which is the okay, something went wrong, or we're just on pause. Who knows?
Damn it, Star. Just make the end page thing.
I'm sorry, but right now, the first thing I need to finish making is your extra art. Huh?
No, it's fine.
Yeah, I'll make the end screen
There's
page
that.
eventually. There's a week. There's 1 week. I'll eventually make it. Goodbye. Let me close this. Where's the close button? There you go. Stop streaming. Bye bye, everyone. Thanks for being here.